Welcome everyone. Today it's going to be all about policies, policy generation, and we have our special guest star today, Vincent, who's going to take us through that and make it engaging and interesting. So I'm really looking forward to that. Please go ahead, Vincent.
Cool. Or I think the easiest way to do it is, oh, you guys see my screen? Visible, beautiful. So today it's about policies. I think in the last bootcamp, Bodhi also did this one. It was a little bit shorter. Let's see if it's today also a little bit shorter, since I'm doing it today. So, but this time we're gonna do it policies, and I think the concepts of policies is pretty straightforward. But homework wise, it might, might be a little bit more. And basically what we want to do with policies is the policies, what we do with them is they're going to define how we are going to implement and maintain information security. So we just did the risk assessment. Even if you didn't complete it fully, then at least let's assume that you did most of the risk assessment. And from that point, you kind of identify, hey, what are my gaps? Where do I have specific risks? And then you need to create policies, which basically um, tend to act as like a written record of, first of all, where you want to be. So what kind of security state do you want to get? And in a lot of cases also to maintain what you already have. So if you're already doing certain practices very good, it's also good to write them down. So, in 1 or 2 years, you don't accidentally break them. So it's also to solidify them. When it comes to compliance, these policies are always mandatory because an auditor cannot, they cannot audit you without the policies itself. And for these policies, they also want you to have records. So they want to make sure that you have records to make sure that you comply to your own policies. Good example, for example, is if you have an asset management policy where you state, hey, these are the ways I'm treating my assets. I make sure that all my assets are documented, that we don't have any assets laying around somewhere that we don't know about. Then the least thing the auditor wants, hey, do you have this asset list? Are you maintaining it? How often are you maintaining it? Are you keeping the information according to what your policy says, etc. None of these records are shared with external parties, only with your auditor. See. Yeah, so this will be, you need to set some time aside for this one. It will be a little bit textual. For some people, it will be a little bit boring. I think it can be really interesting if you do it the right way, if you really start thinking about it. And very often, once you did it, you're going to be pretty happy. Because once these policies are set in stone, and 1 year in the future, somebody comes back and asks you why you have this certain control or why you're have this certain practice, then you can always refer back to your policy. You don't get in an endless debate on why you're doing certain things the way you're doing them, because you have described it in your policy. So this was the meme that Bodo came up with last time. I think this one is pretty solid. I cannot see for me, I cannot read it completely, but I think this another one is also a very good one. It's a little bit frustrating to do the policies in the beginning, but once you're done, yeah, it's really nice. And that's the homework. So the homework is going to be go through all these policies through the cyber task, and I will show you how to do that. And then we will go through them one by one, describe them, and if you have any questions, yeah, you can just send them to us, or we can. I think if you bother Bodil enough, she will always answer them, or I can answer them. But okay, I think it's good to dive in.